Hey guys, so today I'm going to be creating a bold makeup look for you. I am using my MAC Face and Body Foundation in C6. I'm also mixing this foundation with the Face and Body in C5. This helps me get the right colour for my skin tone. I'm using the Real Techniques buffing brush. I love this brush. It helps me buff out my foundation and get quite a flawless look. So here I'm just seeing that I've got the correct colour match for my skin, as my face and my neck are a lot darker than my chest, therefore the foundation may appear to be a little bit lighter. I'm just going to buff this all out, all over my skin, making sure that it's all blended in very well. I'm then going to use my Select Cover Up in NC45. This is the concealer I'm using, and the buffing out brush that I'm using, it's a soft fluffy brush. I just apply the concealer onto the brush and then I'll start applying it underneath my eyes. Underneath my eyes is where I find I suffer the most pigmentation, and also around my nose area. It's very dark. I go for an NC45 as I prefer a colour of concealer that will match my foundation as opposed to any shade lighter. I feel like it attracts attention because my dark circles are so dark. On camera this concealer appears a little bit yellowy, but in real life, I don't know why, in real life it doesn't look as yellow. I'm now going to use my Bobbi Brown primer. I know you guys have been asking me what colour this is. It doesn't actually have a colour on it. I'm not sure as to whether they do different shades. This was the only highlighter that they had at the time when I bought it. I'm just going to highlight down my nose, underneath my eyes, and on my cupid's bow. You'll see that it brightens up underneath my eyes quite a lot. It helps if you do have or you do suffer from very dark circles. It brightens and is able to lift the area underneath the eye. I'm then going to go on with my colour 24 Hour Tattoo. I think it's called Bronze on Bronze or On and On Bronze. I think it's by L'Oreal, just on my eyelids. You can use this as a primer before you put shadow on. I'm going to start off and see how I feel with the colour and whether I need to add more at a later date. So I'm just blending this out all over my eyelid. And then just buffing it out, blending it out using a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Then I've got my MAC Pearl highlighter. I'm just going to use this highlighter just on my brow bone, just to add a little bit more definition. I'm then going to just blend this out also. Then I've got my sleek Au Naturel palette, and I'm going to be using this brown colour. I'm just going to be using it for my eyebrows, just to fill them in a little bit. I know I don't need to fill them in a lot, but I prefer just to have them brushed over, just so I know they've got that little bit more definition to them. Then I'm going to use a spoolie, I believe it's called, just to brush through, just to make sure all the pigment's blended through my eyebrows, so none of it leaves a residue of eyeshadow. Then I'm going in with Embark. This is my new MAC eyeshadow that I'm absolutely loving at the moment. I'm just going to use an eyeshadow brush which is fairly fluffy, I would say. just going into the corner of my crease. I'm then just going to bring it 3/4 of the way in and blend it all out. This gives more of a mysterious dark look, and it does darken up your look. If you want to keep your eyes neutral, I'd suggest going with a lighter brown colour. You can see now that it's blended out, it doesn't appear as dark. I'm then just going to use my buffing brush with the excess foundation on it just to draw upwards. I'm then going to do the other eye. If you need to add more to the other eye because you want to darken it up a little bit to match the other eye, then go ahead. And you can also go and add a little bit more highlighter underneath the brow if need be, and then blend that in with the darker colour. This is my Naked palette. I'm going to go in with Half Baked. I'm going to put Half Baked just over my lid, as I feel like you couldn't see the primer colour on an on bronze that much. So I'm just going to make this colour pop out a little bit more. I'm just placing this all over my lid, just up to my crease, and then blending it with Embark. Now I'm going to take Embark on a pencil brush. I'm going to run this just underneath my lower lash line. This also darkens up your eyes quite a bit, so if you wanted to keep it neutral, I'd skip out this step again. Then I'm going to go in with a black eyeshadow. That's just from my Sleek palette, but you can use any black eyeshadow. And I'm just going to run this on the top lash line 3/4 of the way in. It may look harsh at first, but we are going to blend this out. I'm just using an angled brush as I find it easier to do this. You could use a gel if you wish, but I wanted to use a powder just so it's a softer look. Now I'm going to just blend this out with the pencil brush that I was using earlier. You can see that when I blend it out, it looks a lot softer and goes with the eyeshadows a lot better. Now I'm going to use my Dior Show mascara. I swear by this mascara. You'll see the difference in a minute. As you can see the difference right now on my right eye, and it only needs a few strokes and your eyelashes are long and voluminous and beautiful. I'm then just going to do my lower lashes as well. Okay, so that's it for the eyes. We're going to use a Dream Matte Mousse. I believe it's called Caramel, just to contour with, using a contour brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to suck in them cheeks and follow where the line is. If you can't find it, it'd be easier if you do suck in your cheeks. And we're going to bring this up, just up to our temples. Now we're going to do our temples, and you can do just underneath your chin as well. Now I'm going to use my number 7 Sunkissed bronzer. I love this bronzer. It's got undertones of gold and pinks in it, so it's quite beautiful. I'm just going to place this on my cheeks and bring it up. Then I'm going to use my Sedona Lace palette, and I'm going to take a light pink, corally pink, and just place this on the apples of my cheeks. Then I have my lustre drops, my highlighting drops. I'm just going to put them just above my cheeks, on my cheekbone, and then I'm going to blend this out with an angled Sigma brush. And you can just see the shine on the top of my cheekbone. I'm then going to run this just down my nose and a little bit on my cupid's bow. Now for the lipstick, we've got the MAC Media. It's quite a dark plum lipstick, which is in the Au Courant trend, the MAC Au Courant trend at the moment. I'm just going to place this on the lips. You have to bear in mind, when you wear a bold lipstick, it is quite difficult to eat. I know we all love eating, but it's quite difficult to eat and you have to touch up your lips quite a lot. You have to take care of them, if anything. So that's the only thing that you have to be careful of when you want to wear a bold lip out. Now I'm going to go with Up the Amp. This is also by MAC. It's a lighter purple colour. And I'm going to use a brush just to apply this to my lips. I only want to put a light wash of this lighter purple on top because I still want my lips to be quite dark and bold. Now, if you've made any mistakes, you can just go in with a foundation brush with a bit of foundation or concealer and just clean up, as I'm doing right now on my bottom lip. And that's it, guys. That's all we have, and I hope you like the look. Enjoy. Sorry guys, there are 2 more stages actually. You want to just take your loose powder and powder your T-zone. And then you want to go ahead and take your Fix Plus and just spray this all over your face to give you a dewy look. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching.